Okay, who wants to start?
Sure.
Go ahead.
My name is Rabbi Jeff Goldwasser. I'm the spiritual leader of Temple Sinai in Cranston. I'm going to summarize my prepared remarks, which I'm going to leave here in writing. I'm speaking in support of H 5127. The colony of Rhode Island and Providence Plantation was founded by Roger Williams on the principle of religious freedom, the doctrine that the state should have no dealings with attempts to promote or enforce any particular religious idea or practice upon the people. Roger Williams declared that forced worship stinks in God's nostrils. Yet the state of Rhode Island now faces a crossroads to determine whether we are still willing to live up to our founding ideals. Powerful religious and political interests using the courts and this General Assembly are attempting to force their religious views on the public as a whole. It is clear that these interests are now on the verge of celebrating the crippling or dismantling of the reproductive freedom rights granted by the U.S. Constitution as affirmed in Roe v. Wade. The rest of us are bracing for the imposition of other people's religious beliefs upon the general public. This is a deeply troubling situation to me as a religious leader and as a Jew. Judaism has no concept of a fetus having rights equal to those of born human beings. From the time of the early rabbis, Jewish law has recognized that there are situations that actually require that the fetus be aborted to save the mother. Reform and conservative Judaism go even further in affirming reproductive rights, calling for legislation to legalize abortion in any circumstance where the mother's emotional health is at risk. Yet, if reproductive right opponents are successful in gutting or eviscerating Roe v. Wade, Jews who choose abortion would be blocked by somebody else's religious standards. The state of Rhode Island would have forced religious standards upon them that are not their own, which, in Roger Williams' words, would stink in God's nostrils. For the sake of protection of religious freedom, so fundamental to the founding of this state, our laws must not favor one religious tradition over another or mandate that women's bodies be commandeered by religious beliefs that are not their own. Let me be very clear, you do not need to be pro-abortion to be pro-HB 5127. For those who believe that a fetus possesses life of equal sanctity to born human beings, the right not to have an abortion is maintained for all under the standards of Roe v. Wade. However, if you are pro-religious freedom, then I believe you should be pro-HB 5127. This is the legislation before the House this session that uniquely maintains the standards of Roe v. Wade and assures that, with regard to abortion, everyone has the right to be ruled by their own conscience, not by a state-mandated religious position.
Thank you, Rabbi.